Taxis in Spain, yeah, if you're after a taxi in Spain, of course, different areas, different prices, different regions. But we're on the Costa Blanca, Torrevieja, and we're going to be showing you where the taxi ranks are and what you're expected to pay for a taxi here in Spain. And it does vary from day to night. Surprisingly enough, it's actually cheaper to get a legal taxi than it is a illegal taxi. And yeah, the rates ain't too expensive either. So yeah, I'm going to go through with all the prices today on what your local cost will cost you in Torrevieja for a local taxi and the rates and the airport runs. We're right in the centre of Torrevieja by the bus station, the police station, the Court of Justice, and just round the corner of the bus station is where you've got the big taxi rank. If you want to pick up a taxi local here in Torrevieja, this part of Spain on the Costa Blanca, the rate is €3.42, €3.42. That is what you're going to be paying before you start. And then after that, you're going to be paying up to €1.50 per kilometre. You're going to be going in a taxi. There are a few different taxis running in Orihuela Costa, Costa Blanca, Torrevieja. And this is a radio taxi, which is one of the local registered legal taxis here in Spain. As soon as you jump in a taxi, it's going to cost you €3.42 here. And then that will start from 7 o'clock up to 9. And then you've got the evening rate that will kick in, which is a little bit more dearer, but not much more. After 9 o'clock, you're going to be paying a different rate. And that's €4.35. Of course, you can flag the taxis down here in Torrevieja. So we're just down the side of the bus station. So this is where you're going to find your taxi rank. They queue up all along it, all down the side. And if you wanted to wait for a taxi, there are quite a few tapas bars here as well. And of course, you've got the cafeteria to the bus station. So these are all your taxis. Here we go. You've got your 7-seater. Of course, they're a bit different rate. And they'll also take you to the airport. And yeah, surprisingly enough, it's not that expensive. If you do want a taxi to the airport, there's 4 people, it'll only cost you €60 straight up to Alicante airport. And then of course, if you've got more people between 5 and 6, the price is going to creep up to €75. And if you did want to wait around in a taxi for an hour, they charge €30 an hour waiting charge. At the other end of Torrevieja, just on the other side by the hospital there, Los Balcones, it will still cost you around €60, which is not bad, or La Mata, €60 to the airport. Same as if you're up by La Mata. So yeah, all around Torrevieja, it's near enough the same charge to get a taxi, which is literally €60 for 4 people. Again, unless there's 5 of you, you're going to pay a bit more. So yeah, you could pick up taxi ranks in a lot of different areas. Like I say, they've got ranks all over. La Siesta by the 5 million pump track there. And of course, you've got the one here by the Carrefour. There is taxi ranks literally everywhere, but like I mentioned, you can just flag a taxi down. If you're jumping in a taxi, you've got the standard charge, €3.42. You're doing just like a little local run, really, around about 3 kilometres. You're talking about €8.30. But of course, if you're going to be doing a little bit further and you're going up to 10 kilometres, yeah, it's going to be a bit more. Going to be just around €18.85 if you're going up to 10 kilometres, and then of 12 kilometres you're up to 21.25 cents. It all depends on your distance, but really taxis here in Spain are no ways more expensive than it is in England. Pretty cheap, so there's no need to take a chance and drink and drive. So that's radio taxis. Of course, there are other companies about, and the other one I find really cheap. I'll leave all these numbers in the description below. It's a taxi service you can book online as well. It's called teletaxi, and they're a lot cheaper on the waiting charge. For an hour, it's only €16 rather than 30 with the other company. Their standard rate before you start is the same, €3.42 for your jumping in a taxi. And then where it's usually €1.50 with radio cars, they're only just charging €1.07. So they are cheaper, and they do airport runs, pretty similar in price with their airport runs. But for local running around, they are cheaper than radio taxis. We're right up by the Italy shed, shall I say, and coming up to where the promenade is. And this is where the other taxi rank is, just down the side here, just by the promenade, which I'll show you. But the problem is this could get moved very soon, because all the hippie sheds here on the corner, they're all going to be moved at the 1st of March because of this big project they're doing on the other side there with the cinema, bars and restaurants. Incidentally, it's supposed to be open later this year, but all these you can see hippie sheds, they're all going to be relocated 1st of March over by the water park, the Friday market. The reason why it's getting moved, as you can see, they're doing all the foundations all because of this project which they're cracking on with. Like I say, is expected to be open this year, but all these hippie sheds will be moved while they sort out the foundations, and they're going to be gone for a year. So yeah, it may affect their trade, because they do get a lot of trade along here, especially right by the promenade. These prices, I'll give you the down the tax, is pretty similar everywhere really, around the Canary Islands and most parts of Spain. So not really worth getting a dodgy taxi when you can get one pretty cheap. At least you know you're all covered and you're legal if anything does happen. But yeah, we're just up here by the promenade now, like I say, down the side of the sheds, and all along here is where the other taxi rank. This is where the taxi rank is, right along here. As you can see, you've got all the benches. And yeah, I'm not sure how long it's going to be around for because of all this major projects. So this is the main one here, and the one by the bus station. So that is today's video of taxis in Spain and prices and everything. And yeah, if you like the video, don't give us a like down below and let us know what you think about the taxis pricing in Spain. And if you know any good taxi numbers, but I'll leave my taxi, radio cars and teletaxis in the description below. And don't forget, if it's your first time, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and you're going to check out all the latest news and updates in Spain.